Lady watching, welcome to this video, and if you're here, it's because you sent something in our messaging that could potentially help you. Now, this message is set up to reach all the women that's struggling with food addiction, binge eating, yo-yo dieting, and can no longer sustain these behaviors that supposedly should create a positive relationship with food in order to fix a body that you no longer reflect your identity into. Now, if you're struggling from days, years, months, in regard to when you eat, so you eat at night, you eat and you feel guilty before or after you're eating, or maybe embarrassed, you feel inadequate, you fail all the time for those food you know you shouldn't really be eating, things such as donuts, cookies, that chocolate that feels so good on the moment but yet 5-10 minutes after you eat it you feel guilty about. And as a result, you really want to reach and hit the gym all the time so that you can fix that potential problem, yet you try to compensate doing hours of cardio, telling yourself that something will change, yet nothing is really changed, and you end up lying to yourself over and over and over again. I've been there, I know it's not fun. I know exactly what it means to actually go work out in hope to build a body that you can actually love, a body that you think you deserve, and yet you do very well, and then you go home, you have dinner, and just to end up an hour after finding yourself in front of the TV, binging on that ice cream, and obviously you go on and you eat and you eat and you don't know exactly what's happening. All you know is that it feels really, really well, just end up feeling guilty afterwards. Now, if that's you, you need to really stop lying to yourself and you really need to start changing. You have two choices really. Number one, you stay exactly where you are. You do exactly the things you've been doing, and those inadequate things that you see on the mirror all the time, those inability to wear whatever you want, and that lack of intimacy you have with your partner maybe is just the surface level stuff. Like it's gonna go much deeper and deeper than that, and you can really end up in depression, invisibility, and really hating yourself. And this is a route you definitely don't want to end up in. The second choice is really doing something different. Over the past 2 years, we helped over 500 women build a body they can love and respect, and getting rid of the food dependency, yo-yo dieting, and binge eating behavior. We did that with a Second Chance program, a proven system that is designed to get you there without giving up all the food that you love. Welcome to this Second Chance Pathways to Freedom and Success. This brief training will actually show you how the proven system, the Second Chance proven system, can actually take you from a woman that is currently struggling with body image and relationship with food, basically encapsulated and controlled by food, to actually getting to your second chance, to getting control of your health, so that not only you can build a body you can love and respect, but actually getting control of food and free yourself from food dependency once and for all. Now, in the Pathways to Build a Body You Deserve, without binges and food dependency, and specifically without giving away all the food that you love, we have phase number one. Okay, we currently identify where do you start and how bad is the relationship you have with yourself, with your body and body image, as well as with your food, right? After that, we basically, phase number two is really defeating the binge eating, yo-yo dieting, and food addiction behavior. Phase number three is really reclaiming your identity and work on self-acceptance so that you can really focus on liking yourself before you focus on twisting yourself into something that you can like. Okay? And after that, of course, we build a body that you love and respect. This is the place in which we talk about all the nitty-gritty detail that everybody wants to talk about when it comes to nutrition, workouts, set points, body types, and all the above. And of course, the last one, the phase number 5, it's really about reprogramming your health so you can build rituals, routines, and you can build this behavior that you need to maintain if you actually want to maintain a result. So you understand how this thing works. In each phase, we will focusing on a particular topic and on a particular goal. So in phase number 2, for example, and which is one of the first, of course, defeat binge eating, free yourself from food dependency, and the goal in this particular module is really to beat your binge eating and food dependency with a simple approach without giving away all the food that you love. How do we do all that? So obviously we must test and assess and really see how deep is the problem. So you will take a self-assessment improvement. After that, we're really focusing on those steps that need to take place so that you can finally free yourself from food once and for all. So number one, we control your thoughts and your emotion so that you are aware of your thoughts, you are aware of your emotion, you're aware of your cravings, and you understand that cravings are just nothing that happen to you. Bad food choices or binge eating is nothing that happen to you, are things that you are in control of. So obviously you need to understand how do you manage, manage and control your thoughts. The second thing we're going to be focusing on is really balancing out your body, making sure your body is not deficient or anything, making sure your physiology is in place, that you have a balanced nutrition with all macronutrients and all the food, and obviously this automatically will control stress, right? You know, aside from that, we actually have an approach to control stress and stress eating as well. And of course, last but not least, we're really focusing on you stopping perfectionism, starting practicing and stopping seeing health and food as one of those streaks that as soon as you break the streak, you feel like a failure, okay? So if you are gonna be able to master all that, not only you're gonna finally free yourself from food dependency and yo-yo dieting, but you're finally gonna stop this kind of behavior such as eating for emotion, and you're gonna go from obsessing from food to somebody really happy with food, okay? And the second chance, of course, goes much deeper than that. You know, beating binge eating is just one part of the equation to build a body that you can love and respect and finally build a lifestyle. Once you beat that, once you change that, so the next thing we actually take into consideration is phase number 3, working on self-acceptance and reclaiming your identity. You're not going to be able to go from where you are today to your second chance, to the best version of yourself, building a body that you can love and respect, from building a body from self-hate. You need to be able to learn what self-acceptance is. In this particular place, we reclaim your identity, we shift your mindset to see health as self-love. So how does this work? We really identify your starting point and we teach you that you cannot build self-confidence from self-hate, and instead, of course, you need to start learning what self-love really is. You need to start loving yourself, and you need to start loving yourself before you actually build something that you can finally like or love. Okay, this is actually step number 1. Step number 2 is really identifying the story that imprisons you. Okay, we teach you what is called psychologically self-love, and of course the last step of this particular module is really teaching you what health and self-care is to actually build self-love. So you do, yes, need to work out, but working out and finally finding something that you can enjoy doing for a very long time consistently is much more important than find that routine that technically is better for you, okay? Obviously, when we fix all that, then we can go to phase number 4. We can actually build a body that you love and respect. And over there, yes, we will talk about the best workout. We will talk about whether or not you need to go to the gym or not. We talk about set points. We talk about body types. We talk about all this detail that at this point, after you build a foundation, make a sense. Okay, and finally, phase number 5 is really reprogramming your health and building a better you, but specifically maintaining a better you. If you're gonna understand the power of the Second Chance program, if you're able not only to do the second chance, but to master the second chance, you're gonna go from where you are today, imprisoned from your identity, imprisoned in a body that you no longer love, imprisoned from food dependency, food obsession, a body that you can finally deserve, respect, and love. This is the Second Chance program. What I would like you to do now, I would like you to schedule your free strategy call, which is basically you're gonna find either a green button or a screenshot such as this. You're gonna look for an available date. You're gonna answer very detailed, the question that we have for you. Based on the answer, I'm gonna be able to figure out whether or not you're accepted. If you are accepted, we're gonna give you a call on the specific date you require, and from there we're gonna really assess much more in depth whether or not this program is for you. Should we figure out that this is the solution you're looking for, we then gonna talk about money, time, and energy investment, and from there, if this is a good fit for both of us, we're gonna accept you into the Second Chance. Ladies, this is Jerry here. I'm looking forward to coaching you.